Hi, my name is Jason Saccomano, and I'd like to talk to you about how our program at Saccomano Academics can help Cherry Creek High School students succeed in their math and science classes for this upcoming year. So there's really three stages and components to our program when you join it. And the first one is our weekly standards lesson. So our standards lesson series is a series of lessons that teaches the full content of the course that you're taking, and it's taught in sync with the Cherry Creek High School schedule. This way you can stay on top or even ahead is how we try to schedule it of your classroom content. So you're always learning ahead, you know what's coming up in class, and you're staying on top of that material. Next component is our practice tests. For each test that the Cherry Creek High School teachers give, we write multiple versions of a practice exam. And we provide this so that students can master their skills and eliminate their errors before the real test. And then the third component is our class site that we provide. And not only does this contain 24/7 access to the standards lessons, which we always record after we teach them every week, and our practice tests, which have the practice tests plus full detailed answer guides, but they also have nightly homework help guides. This way, you never get stuck on your homework, never get frustrated late at night completing your homework for your class. So the goal of our program is to provide a really efficient basis for doing your classwork. And we're trying to not only help you succeed, but do it efficiently so you're not stressed out and you have a smooth way of completing your work that's efficient and productive. So I'd like to go through in more detail now each of these components and steps so that you're really clear. But before I do that, the question I often get asked is, how do I complete these lessons? So there's three options for how you complete them. The standards lesson and the practice test can be completed in three different ways. We will schedule 2 or 3 standing lesson times per week, okay? And this can be found on your class site when these are for, let's say you're in geometry honors or accelerated CP geometry or advanced pre-calculus honors or calculus AB. Any of these classes have certain lesson times. You can come to the lessons in person, and myself or another one of the instructors or a couple of us will be there to help you through this process. We'll teach the standards lesson, or we'll guide you through taking the practice test, correcting it, answering questions, etc. So that's one option. Some students, though, say, well, I have a problem. One of the lesson times is on Sundays or Tuesdays at such and such, and I have a sports practice at that time consistently, so I can't make that time in the fall. Well, that's okay. We have office hours throughout the week. So at any given time, there's going to be 1 or 2 of those teachers on staff teaching one of these fixed lesson times, but there's going to be 1 or 2 or 3 of the members of the staff who are available for office hours. So we're able to offer our office hours Monday through Thursday from 3:45 to 7:45 p.m. And this is when students can come in and make up lessons that they missed. So as long as we get the bulk or a significant amount of our geometry or pre-calc students at the normal lesson time, we can handle kids coming in at random other times. I recommend if you're in sports or have a consistent activity, pick a fixed time that you come in to make up your lesson every week. And the way that you make up your lesson is, if it's a standards lesson, you come in and you watch the video of what you missed, but there is a teacher waiting there while someone in calculus, maybe someone in geometry, makes up their lesson, and he checks on you, okay, and make sure that you're understanding, and you can raise your hand and ask a question at any point in time, just like you would in the real classroom, to make sure as you work through your work, you can get your question answered. If it's a practice test, you work through your practice test, you can check through it, check your answers, ask questions just exactly the same way you would in the normal practice test sessions. And you can do that as a makeup lesson. And the third option, of course, is we have the website. So if you're unable to come in because you're sick or whatever, every single lesson is pre-recorded if it's a lecture style lesson, or the practice tests and answer keys are provided if it's a kind of lesson where you complete a practice exam, check it and correct it. all of those things are provided online. And hopefully you've come in person, so you know exactly how it works. So when you find those materials online, you know how to work through those. So those are the three ways that you can attend lessons: in person at the regular scheduled time, during office hours, if you need to make it up at a different time, or online via our class sites.